Thoughts on your defensive performance against Indiana State?
Well, I think it was a learning experience. Obviously, what took place relative to the weather, suspension of game, and such. We were hoping for a more focused effort. And I think that it bothered us a little bit. Those aren't the kind of things that you practice and prepare for. So, but nonetheless, it's valuable experience to us. It's another kind of different happening that we've got to grow with. And so in our journey, that's kind of what we're looking at right now. Every play, every situation is of great value to our guys. So overall, it's a positive, and we won. That's the biggest part of it all. So.
When you have weather like that, and of course, I mean, that's extreme almost, but how difficult is it for the defensive players, obviously not knowing where the ball's going to go, to be able to adjust, during the middle of the play?
Well, I mean, I think their style of offense with a lot of different misdirection plays and such was a little bit, bothersome for us at times. A couple of formations, we didn't handle real well. But nonetheless, again, respects the players, you ignore all the things. Even weather, you have to ignore it, and you have to concentrate on your job and get your job done. So, again, it's a learning experience for everybody.
Brian, against Alabama, you guys lost John Bernard, and last week you lose Dorian Etheridge. Who do you expect to step up and kind of lead the team defensively?
Well, we're still looking for that, and again, that's part of our process, is to continue to look for leadership and continue to build a bunch of guys. A lot of guys that don't have experience, and just got to keep promoting it. And each and every guy that goes in there, hope that he's dialed into our culture and what our expectations are, and that they're going to do the job, get the job done.
What did you think of the job Nick Okeke did when Dorian went down?
Well, I thought he did a good job. Nick is a young player that's growing. He's gotten so much better just since spring ball. And he's a ascending player that still has he still has a lot to learn, a lot to see still, a lot to learn of the game and trust the game and trust 10 other guys. And but he did a good job.
How frustrating can it be? I mean, I know that mentality is next man up, but as you're trying to instill your system and you're kind of losing leaders, how frustrating can that be to lose these guys?
Part of the game, part of the game. Doing it a long time, been through many of those kind of situations, and you just get guys ready to play. And again, it's the greatest team sport there is. That's how you have to build it. Learn to play 11 guys together, and no one-man football. Trust each other, and that's what we're counting on. Every guy that goes in and plays for us.
With all that said, do you like how they've entered this week in practice and the intensity they're showing?
I do. I've liked their focus this week. I thought Tuesday, Wednesday practices, this has been probably our best practices, overall. Some of that's just getting used to the practice style and rhythm, and how we practice situationally through the week. But I feel good about them. I feel good about them right now.
When you look at Western, they're a team that's struggling to run the ball. As a defensive coordinator, do you how much of that goes into your decision making when you start game planning for them?
Well, I look at it. We're talking about 2 games, so I'm not going to overplay that. I think that I know enough about Mike Sanford. He's committed to the run game, so I know they're working at it. And it's a new week. We'll just have to see what kind of wrinkles they bring here against us. I'm sure there's going to be some different looks and different ways to push and promote a run game. So that's what we're prepared for.
You guys were on the same staff, right, at Notre Dame?
I'm sorry?
The 2 of you were on the same staff at Notre Dame at the same time?
We were,
Right.
yeah.
What about his coaching style, philosophy, etc.? Made it seem like he was a good candidate to become a pretty young head coach.
Yeah, well, he's got amazing background. He's been around a lot of good people. He's a good coach.
What interactions did you have about him at Notre Dame? What do you know about his, I guess, his approach?
Well, again, you just look at his background and, where he's been and some of the people he's, been with. He's had a lot of good influences. He grew up, with a football coach as a father, so he's just had a lot of football in his life. And like I say, he's a good football coach. Respect him greatly.
Rajay obviously made headlines for his punt return play against Indiana State, but he seemed to play well throughout the game in the secondary as well. Have you been impressed with his progress thus
He
far?
was better.
Yeah.
From game 1 to 2, I thought Rajay was a better player, and that's where we want to keep him going. Just keep ascending his game. I think as he gains confidence, not only in what he's doing from an ability standpoint, but within our scheme, I think you'll see him just improve through the year.
With Indiana State, I'm not sure how the schematics work about this, but with Indiana State, just play calling wise, they run a lot. They obviously ran a lot. Is there anything, because you guys play Georgia Tech this year, which is, I guess, once every 7 years only. Is there anything that translates between the two offensive approaches?
Indiana State and Georgia Tech?
Yeah.
I guess so.
Just in terms of the way they run?
Georgia Tech's got a unique offense. It's much different than Indiana State's.
All right. Thanks, Coach.